In this video, I'm going to bring you one of my favorite concepts in this whole scheme. It is going to be a totally unique way to attack your opponent deep down the field, and it is going to give the defense fits. The plays we are looking at today are run at a PAHB wheel out of the formation gun split slot. The first setup is going to be how we attack zone coverage, and we can use this wheel out of the backfield to destroy cover 3 and cover 4 drop defense. The second setup is how we can use this same play to attack man covered deep down the field and really just attack them at every level of the defense. So for this video, we are going to be continuing my Oregon Ducks offense out of the spread playbook. I'm going to leave a link for the playlist for this whole scheme down in the description below if you want to see everything else that goes along with this after this video. This is going to be one of my favorite passing plays in this whole Oregon Ducks scheme because it is a super unique way to attack these cover 3, cover 4, drop defenses. And it doesn't matter if they have their zone drop set or if they're double flatting, we are going to get behind those deep flat defenders. And we're also really going to be able to run a full scheme out of this split back look. We already have a mini scheme out of the slot offset formation that does a great job of getting our running back out into space, getting the ball in the playmaker's hand in really dangerous areas of the field. Then we also have a read option run that I've already released out of this same formation we're going over today that is going to use the same motion as the setups we're going over today to really make it tough for the defense to get a read on what we are trying to do. I also released part 2 of this split slot mini scheme. It is up right now, and it is going to be 2 more really unique passing concepts to pair with this one, to pair with the read option, and they really do a great job of complementing the passing plays we are going over today and all attacking different areas of the field. Now, this video is going to be live on my membership page right now, along with a ton of other members only content based around this Oregon offense. So if you really want to take this Oregon offense to the next level, I will leave a link in the description for my membership page if you are interested in joining. Okay, the adjustments for this PAHB wheel play, and we're going to go over our zone beating adjustments first. So we always want to have the solo receiver to the wide side of the field. Then we want to take the solo receiver and put him on a streak. This is just going to be a clear out route for us. Then we want to take the outside receiver on the short side of the field, and we want to put him on a slant. This is just going to be attacking the middle of the field if the user vacates. Okay, then our last adjustment, take the slot receiver. We want to put him on a curl and motion him across the field, and we're going to motion snap him before he's actually set. This route is really just going to hold the user in the middle of the field, let our wheel get open, and it's also going to help pull down the flat defender. Okay, let's go look at the gameplay and show you how great this play is. Okay, really quickly, guys, I just want to show you the read option play that I went over the other day. I'll leave a link to the video if you want to check out this read option play as well. It's really good. It's going to pair really nice with this scheme, with our other split back mini scheme as well. So really quickly, the big reason I want to show you is because we're going to be using this same motion for this whole scheme. So we're going to motion this player across, and basically it's a way we can actually cancel out the read option defender. Then when we snap the ball, this player is going to be blocked. Now we just basically turn this read option into a power run, but it's going to be that same motion across the field for all the plays in this mini scheme. Okay, so now we look and it's going to be the exact same thing. See, we're motioning this player across the field. And now this is really what our setup is going to look like. Now I would say this route combo is different than a lot of route combos you will see, but really our money route is going to be this wheel from Kamara out of the backfield. It is an absolutely nasty wheel. So we're going to motion this player over. We're going to motion snap him, same as that read option run. He's going to come up here, and basically all we're looking for on this play, guys, so it's cover 3. Against cover 3 or cover 4, we are just looking for the flat defender. So right here, it looks like he's in a hard flat, but as soon as this wheel clears the flat defender, we're just going to pass the ball up into this hole. And we see this hook right here, guys. It's holding the user in the middle of the field. It also is going to hold those flat defenders down. I'll show you guys that in a minute, but pass lead that up and away, and look at that massive hole for this wheel, guys. Now we have Kamara out in space, 2 really nice jukes. We make those guys look silly, and we're able to get a 35-yard touchdown. Okay, same thing, motion this player across, boom, Kamara out of the backfield. So now look at the flat defender here, and he's not in a hard flat. He's going to be more dropping back into a normal classic, flat defender role. So now look at him, guys. He's going to come out, then he's going to come down on this hitch. So look, this curl route is holding the user and it's pulling the flat defender down. Then we have this route here by our receivers, a clear out route for us. Now this wheel is just going to sneak up the sideline. So look at that. Look at the flat defender come down, the user getting held, and now we just bump. Look at the look at the hole, guys. There's nobody within 15 yards of our running back here. Now we have one guy to beat in the open field, make one guy look silly. Jerry Rice doesn't even block anyone upfield, and we're able to score a huge, like, 75-yard touchdown. Okay, one more time. So same thing. Now I wanted to show you guys double flats. So right here, here's a hard flat on. Here's his second flat defender. Here's his deep blue defender heading back. So right here, hard flat defender gets sucked down. We see this flat defender just lets this player run by him. Now the user recognizes that, but by then it is absolutely too late. We bomb this over the top. By the time this player even reacts to it as the deep blue defender, we're already like 35 yards down the field and we get a humongous gain. Okay, now our second read I really want to look at, guys, is this hitch route. So basically, if the user leaves and runs with the wheel, or if we get a cover 2 look, what you're going to see in cover 2 is this player here would be the flat defender, and he's going to ride this streak all the way down the field, so then this wheel isn't going to get open. So then we're just going to check down underneath if they switch to cover 2, or we're going to look for this route, you know, if the user really leaves the middle of the field and runs with the wheel. So right here, the user sees this route here. Here's his flat defender biting down, but then at the last second, oh, the user gets on his horse and notices the wheel. So what's that do? That just leaves that curl open in the middle of the field, right? Like, he's vacating the middle of the field. That is going to leave that open. Now we just fire it into Tyreek Hill, and there's a really nice 15-yard gain. Okay, same thing, motion over. Now our third read I really like is this backside slant. So very similar. The whole flow of this play is all going this way. We have 4 players all really going to this side of the field. So what that's going to do is that's going to bring the flow of the defense the same way. The user is going to go this way. The hard flats, hooks are going to get pulled that way. So now what we have is we have just this backside slant. If they vacate the middle of the field, that is what we're really going to attack. So we get our play action fake, and look at the flow of the defense, guys. We got 4 players all running to this side of the field. Now we have the slant attacking the middle. So let's run it right here, and look, the user just vacates. Huge hole in the middle of the field. Just fire that slant in. If you see it open in the middle of the field, we can take that every single time. Once again, 15 easy yards. Okay, then our fourth read is going to be this backside running back, guys. So we're going to have the wheel out. We're going to have the hitch in the middle of the field. We're going to have the clear out slant backside. But we're going to have this route who just kind of does the play action fake, and then he's just going to sit in this underneath zone right there. So how I really like to throw this is if, you know, everything is covered downfield, we can just drop it off. But what we can also do is if we snap the ball and we see everyone dropping back, so like clearly he's got his zone drops on, there's only 2 players on this side of the field, what we can do, we can just get it out into the running back's hands right away. If we see everyone dropping back, now it's one-on-one out here, and this almost just turns into a screen pass with the other running back leading out in front, make a guy miss, get upfield, and we pick up like 25 yards by just seeing everyone drop back, get it into the running back's hands. Hey guys, now I just want to show you quickly the adjustments that I like to do against man. So if we know they're in man coverage, I really like this play, and the only adjustment I do is instead of putting this guy on a curl route that we motion over, we're just putting on a slant, and we're going to do a motion slant. So we're going to motion him across the field. He's going to be on a slant, and we want to, you know, hike the ball before he is set. That's just going to really help him get separation against man. And then we look, guys, like, you guys know, if you follow my channel for a while, you know I love Z posts against man. They absolutely cook. We have this drag backside. You can also put that on a slant if you want. But once again, our money route on this play, guys, is going to be the wheel, which is kind of surprising. But basically, we're going to go to it in 2 spots. When we motion this player over, and then so we motion this player over, then we have the play fake. Once again, we have 4 players all going to this side of the field. And what happens is a lot of the times, one of the backside inside players is actually going to have man coverage on this running back going on the wheel. So what you're going to see is these players are going to be super late reacting. So right here, we see man coverage. This safety has man coverage on the motion slant. This linebacker who started here has to get out and cover our wheel out of the backfield up the sideline. So he's starting here, we're starting here, and we're getting out like that. So I've literally hit this play against man coverage so many times to the wheel just because this is so much ground for this linebacker to cover. We just throw it up over his head like that, 4 or 5 yards of separation, one guy to beat, make him miss, and we are gone for, you know, a 50-60 yard bomb. And literally, guys, I could have put 10 clips in this video of me doing that exact thing over and over. But now the second time we can actually, you know, throw to this wheel is when people are playing man coverage. What they're going to do is they're almost always going to use one of the linebackers in the middle of the field that is going to be manned up on one of the running backs. So now when this player vacates and we're running our play action fake, it kind of looks like our read option. We have so many different routes. Now the player in man coverage isn't used to covering this wheel out of the backfield. So watch this. This is their user here. He sees play action. He bites down. And now look, our wheel is absolutely wide open. So if the user is on that player and he takes one misstep, it is basically a house call. We have one guy to beat in the open field. There we go. Juke back inside right there, and we pick up like 50 yards on the play. Okay, now in this one, I want to kind of go over all the rest of the reads in man coverage just in one play. So right here, the second thing I really love is this Z post on the outside, guys, right here. So basically, if both safeties drop down, or even just this safety drops down and this one stays in a deep half, we are going to look to this Z post, guys. It absolutely torches man coverage. So right here, motion out. And basically, that's just if we don't like the look from the running back. So right here, so this linebacker, once again, we maybe could have thrown that, but because he started on the same side of the field, we're going to come off of that. But then we're going to look at our next read. So we have the Z post, like I said, right here. Then we also have the motion slant, and we have the drag underneath. So I would put this as our next read. Then I would look at the motion slant. Then I'd look at the drag. But that gives us 4 really nice options. And right here we look. Motion slant, could have easily thrown it into that hole. Drag, we could have easily thrown it into this hole. But watch our Z post here, guys. We just absolutely cooked this guy, and we're able to score a 25-yard touchdown. Now, putting up points is awesome, but what about playing defense? Well, I did some major testings on what attributes actually matter on defense, and the results really made me rethink how I'm going to approach defense for the rest of Madden 22. So if you want to check that out, click this video right here.